Hey, what up guys, Vesper here, and we got an exciting one today. We're doing the patch note breakdown for Alex, who is one of the most buffed characters this season by far, and his patch notes are long, man, so strap yourselves down. Let's get started. So Alex's standing light punch got a bunch of juicy changes. First off, it's +5 on hit now from +4. It's +3 on block from +2, and they even extended the range, making it hit further. So this means a bunch of things, and the most important is you can now link a standing light kick after a standing light punch. So this allows Alex to do some really good 3-hit light confirms, and it's really going to help his close range pressure. Standing light punch being +3 on block is also very helpful. You can now perfectly frame trap into your standing medium punch, only a 3-frame gap in between. You can also tick throw into your medium power bomb now, or your heavy power bomb, which is great as well. Even if your opponent has a 3-frame normal, they won't be able to stick it out in between, so this really helps Alex out. And of course the extended range is going to really help Alex with his light confirms in general. And even after you do like EX Stomp, making sure the opponent is in range with standing light punch and it doesn't whiff. Okay, next change, standing light kick also has more range, and it's pretty much just so that triple light confirm I showed you guys before works. It's also going to help Alex just get a little extra confirm at the very end when he's trying to frame trap, for example, which is helpful. Moving on, Alex's standing medium punch has also been buffed, less pushback on hit and on block. They're really trying to help all of Alex's key normals, so now if they block your medium punch, you'll be in medium power bomb range, for example. This helps with the pressure in general, like I've been showing you guys. And even if they block a forward hard punch and they're crouching, you can squeeze out 2 medium punches now on counter hit, which is pretty amazing. Okay, next change, Alex's standing medium kick. So they tuck back the hurt box on this, and this basically just means that it beats low attacks. So use this when the opponent has really good lows. So I'll show you guys a quick example. Akira is using her sweep. Okay, the next change is Alex's crouching heavy punch. So now this is going to do more damage on a single hit, and it's gaining new juggle properties as well. A lot of times when you anti-air with this, you're going to want to press it as early as possible, so sometimes you'll just hit with the tail end second hit, so they buff that. This situation actually happens quite a lot, so it's going to help Alex get a little extra damage when he anti-airs. And this helps with Alex's combos as well, because there's a lot of situations where you only do one hit of the crouching heavy punch. The new juggle properties they added mean that you can do 2 hits with the crouching heavy punch and still land the medium knee smash. This is super important because the medium version gives you Oki unlike the heavy version, so still being able to do 2 hits with the crouching heavy punch still rewards you with extra damage and Oki now. And I'll be sure to show you guys the new combos that he gets from crouching heavy punch in a bit here. Moving on, the next change, Alex's flash chop now hits further. They extended the range on this. This makes Flash Chop pretty decent against zoners now, because you can creep up on them as they're zoning you out and use Flash Chop without jumping, and you can even hit the tip of their hand as they're throwing the projectile out. The added range also gives Alex some new combos. He can now link it after a heavy elbow now. This is great because you can go into super from this. And using Flash Chop in general as a poke really helps V-Skill too. The next change listed for Alex is that the heavy elbow slash as well as the light and medium knee smash all have extra juggle properties, and that's all for his new V-trigger combos, which I'll show you guys real soon. Okay, moving on, next change, this is a big one. Alex can now V-trigger cancel his EX flash chop. This is a staggering +13 on block, meaning you can pretty much do anything you want. So if you're an Alex player, this is pretty much your new standard way of getting into V-trigger. And of course, landing this on hit is going to allow a lot of new combo opportunities as well. Now on top of all of that, man, since EX Flash Chop causes extra knockback now, so that, you know, those new V-trigger combos work, now he gets better Oki off of a grounded EX Flash Chop because it knocks him further. So now this is really crazy. If the opponent quick rises or back rises, you now get Oki. This even allows Alex to combo to his EX knee smash in the corner now, because of the extra juggle. So the buffs don't stop there. Next change, Alex's power drop now has increased range. So this means even if you hit at the very tip of your heavy flash chop, the power drop should always work now and never whiff. The next change, the EX power drop also had its range extended, so this should never whiff now. And on top of all of this is a massive buff for Alex. It now gives Oki. You're now +4 after dash. So Capcom broke the golden rule on Alex on not having Oki after his grabs. So now, yeah, take advantage of this. Okay, let's keep going. Heavy kick knee smash now has anti-air invincibility starting from frame 7, which is a little late, but now this is an anti-air option if your opponent is jumping from far away. They also extended its hitbox downwards, meaning that if you're above the opponent, you should still be able to grab them from really far. Now the next change is Alex's EX version of his knee smash. It now has anti-air invincibility on frame 1. This is really good because before, if the opponent jumped on you really meaty, hit you with a really late attack, and you did it on the very last second, sometimes it would trade because it doesn't get the air invincibility right away. Now it does, frame 1, so this really helps Alex's anti-air game. So let me show you an example of this. See the attack, it hits really late, and it still works. And you can probably cross-cut with this a lot better now too. The opponent tries to cross you up. Alright, the next buff for Alex is his Air Stampede, his stomps. So Capcom finally did it, man. They went crazy, and now his normal stomps are -2 on block, meaning they are safe from -5. They have less pushback now when the opponent blocks it, and they have faster projectile invincibility when coming down. This means that Alex can safely Unga at his heart's content. You can just spam this thing now. Keep in mind, if you can hit the opponent in the toes, it can be -1. And I think it's even possible to be 0 on block if you perfectly space it, but I don't think that's practical. Right there, we hit a 0. So the less pushback is technically a nerf, meaning because you're -2 and you're going to be really close to the opponent. But yeah, now to punish this, the opponent probably has to guess neutral jump or use V-shift now. Capcom also added more recovery when you whip this in front of your opponent, so make sure you aim this right, otherwise they'll have an easier time hitting you afterwards. And as for the faster mid-air projectile invincibility, this is good for characters that have arcing projectiles, such as Fane or Dhalsim. Moving on to the next change, Alex's Head Crush is now affected by V-Skill 2. This means you can cancel it into other special moves, open up a whole bunch of new combo opportunities. Just keep in mind, if you whiff the Head Crush, you will lose the V-Skill 2 charge. Next change, Alex's V-Skill 1, you no longer lose a charge when you land a V reversal. I don't know why it took 6 years to finally fix this, so keep this in mind. Alex's V-Skill 2 has also been buffed. Now he no longer loses the charge, whether he gets hit or if he gets knocked down. Once you get the charge, you keep it. A massive buff for Alex. Keep in mind, you still lose the V-Skill 2, you know, if you land a special hit, or if you whiff the Head Crush like I showed you guys before. But now this is really good that even if you're playing really far away with Alex, getting that V-Skill 2 is worth the charge. Okay, let's talk about Alex's V-Trigger 1 now. His Sledgehammer has been buffed. So the parry part of this move can now be instantly cancelled into any special move or into super instantly. So now if there's a big multi-hitting attack, you don't have to parry it, you know, 6-7 times and wait for the last hit and then cancel it from there. So this gives Alex brand new punish opportunities. So let me show you guys what I mean. I'll parry it and then instantly cancel it into a move. You can see the difference, and this is really useful, like I said, against multi-hitting attacks. Now there's another crazy thing about this buff. if you cancel a normal attack into Sledgehammer, you can actually cancel the Sledgehammer mid-attack before it hits the opponent into Super, allowing some pseudo CA links that Alex couldn't do before. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about here. Boom, 2 hits. Just crazy. So make sure you guys practice those character cancels. Alright guys, we're almost finished, I swear. So Alex's V-Trigger 2 has also been buffed and actually pretty much reworked. So now Alex has the option to do the DDT in V-Trigger 2, or he can do the choke manually now. To do the DDT, you simply just press V-Trigger again, and to do the choke, you have to press down and V-Trigger at the same time. You can't do it raw, unfortunately, so you have to cancel it from a normal attack. You can also now cancel the DDT from Flash Chops, which is really useful, because DDT does more damage than the choke. However, the only downside of DDT is that it whiffs on crouchers, so you have to adjust and recognize if they're crouching, then simply combo to the choke instead. So this greatly helps the damage of V-Trigger 2 because now you can freely choose DDT whenever you have the option. And since Alex can cancel his Flash Chops to the DDT now, this gives Alex an excellent option against zoners with V-Trigger 2. So check this out, you guys are gonna love this. And finally, the last change for Alex is his Super now hits a little higher. This helps with juggle consistency, as well as gives him a new V-Skill 2 combo. And that's it, guys. This is the final version of Alex for Street Fighter V. He has been buffed in every single way. His normals, his specials, his V system. Capcom even broke the rules and gave him ulti on grabs. They gave him more anti-zoning tools against some of his bad matchups. And they made his V skills really strong. So, very good time for Alex mains out there. And yeah, this will be a good last memory of the character for Street Fighter V. If you guys enjoyed this patch note video, please hit the like button. Of course, subscribe, as we're going to be doing the rest of the patch notes for every single character in the game. And we'll keep you guys posted on more Street Fighter news in the future. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Take care.